So activate your English. Why I call this course Activate Your English. You have learned English for many years already. And English inside you is separated in two parts: active zone and inactive zone. You have active zone like when I say banana, you see a banana, or banana penis, and you see a penis, right? But when I say economy or crazy, and you see the Vietnamese words, if you see the Vietnamese words, then that English is inactive. And because of the way we learned in the past, most of your English is inactive. So that you don't speak English very well. You cannot speak English. You translate into Vietnamese when you listen to English, and you translate from Vietnamese to English before you speak, right? Now, activate your English. I mean, we need to bring inactive English into active zone. That means activate your English, right? And how many ways to activate your English? There are two ways to activate your English. The first way is to use it in life. Like me, I was like you before, many years ago. Most of my English was inactive. Yes, I could not speak very well. When I listened to English, I had to translate into Vietnamese. When I speak English, before I speak, I had to translate from Vietnamese to English, just like you now. Many of you, huh? And I had chance to go abroad to many countries, to Philippines, to Germany, Austria, Australia, many English-speaking countries. Many countries where many people can speak English there. And I used English in my job, in my daily life. I was the only Vietnamese in my job when I went abroad. So there were no chance for me to speak Vietnamese there. So I used English in my life when I was abroad. So when I use it, for example, when my friend suddenly comes to me and pull me back and say, "Watch out, that car moves so fast." And I saw a car moving so fast pass by me. In that situation, my English like, "Watch out," and "that car moves so fast." Those words, those sentences are activated at that time. And I used it many times. So most of my English now is activated. And I can speak English fluently now. Sometimes I still take it still take time for me when I speak some English, because there are some words I have never used in my life. So those words are still inactive, and I need to use it, and I need to use them in order to activate them. So with the first method, the first way to activate your English, how long does it take for you to activate your English? Maybe 1 year, 2 years, or many years. Because if you don't have chance to use English in your life, then you cannot activate your English. Right? So what is the second way? The second way is imagination. Imagination. Like in my class, I always imagine. I always use my body language to speak English. I always tell you stories that for you to imagine. You can see the pictures, you can see the videos in your mind. You can imagine the story, the video, the pictures in your mind. When you listen to me and you speak like me, shadow me, and you experience the situation, you experience the story, just like I experienced the situation in my life. You experience the situation in your mind. So, your English will be activated when you experience so many situations, so many stories in my class. That's the second way. And your English will be activated in my class. You don't need to go abroad to use English from day to night. Right? That's it. So that's why we learn here in this class for 3 days, and I call it Activate Your English. You agree?